Hey YouTubers, have you ever just been in a position that you've been in several times, maybe too many times before in your life, and you're sick of being there? That's how I feel right now. I am so tired of pulling the motor and transmission out of this stupid S10. It's just crazy. You think I would make it easier, go to a tilt removable front clip, or make the tranny, easier to get loose or something, but no, that's not the case. So, well, there it is for the umpteenth time. I've got the apparently have a wasp nest in my number 2 cylinder. They're fixing to get the surprise of their life with some brake clean. Or I might just blow them out with air. I don't know. I couldn't figure out where they were coming from because the stupid thing, yellow jackets, kept coming out of nowhere, buzzing me while I'm trying to get this motor out. But there it is. This time I chose not to pull the front clip because it was just a pain in the ass to try to get over the inner fenders, getting over the tires, and it was just a nightmare. Plus, it's hard to do with one person. So basically what I did was just fight out the core support, which was hard as hell, way harder than I expected. Had to pull the front bumper, valance, or the filler panel, of course. Pulled the radiator radiator core support, and eventually got enough things disconnected where I could get it out. So would have done pretty good, but the stupid power steering line leaked like a sieve. Other than that, I did good back there on the transmission, and that was my only big puddle, which was kind of frustrating. But something I did learn for any of you guys that are starting new projects: if you're going to pull that hose off your power assisted steering box, find a way to plug the holes, because if you leave that open to the elements, water will get down inside that stupid box and cause you all kinds of headaches. So note to self, always plug that hole in the steering box, especially if it's going to sit for any length of time, because you will pull your hair out fighting pink frothy foam in your power steering pump, if not burn it up, if you don't keep that thing sealed. So anyway, I'm in the process. I've got the engine and transmission removed. I'm going to try to separate them here in a minute. I'm trying to figure out what I did with my other engine stand. I may be using them all right now, but I need to get an engine stand to get this thing on so I can pull the front accessories, intake, and heads off of it, because I am sending these heads into Performance Machine to have the tops of the valve guides machined for positive seals, and we are going to update the valve springs to one size bigger, as far as being able to handle a 540 lift hydraulic flat tappet cam, because the camshaft I'm putting in there now should be like 540 to 543 with the 1.6 rockers. So sorry if this video is shaky, I can't tell for sure, but it's been a while since I've done a handheld video. But it was a pain in the neck, because although I love this engine hoist, because it has casters that turn 360 degrees on all points, it makes it sit up so high that you have to lift my Blazer with a jack in the middle to get the engine hoist to clear the A-arm. So that was a challenge, to get everything lifted and pulled forward far enough that I could let the jack down and not pinch the legs of the hoist. So another fun experience with owning these little S10s that have been lowered in the front, or lowered. You got to get underneath all your front suspension to be able to use your tools. So everything's held up pretty good back there, or see if you guys can see it, because I have my cross member has not been removed yet, and I've got my drive shaft safety loop holding up my drive shaft. So that turned out pretty good. That always helps. But if you guys have Blazers, I'm sure he could make one for the trucks too. But look at how the factory transmission crossmember has been modified to handle true dual exhaust on these Blazers. If you guys want one of those built, let me know. Over at Rebel Racing and Fabrication, he can build that crossmember for you. So if that looks like something you guys would be interested in, let me know, and I'll see what he would charge to mock one up like mine and send it out. So anyway, I appreciate you guys watching. Hope you guys realize all my plans change depending on my finances and my situation. Everything was going great, now it's not. So we're back to keeping this engine and turbo 350 set up in the Blazer while I finish my turbo LS build. I did have someone ask, and I wanted to clarify. The turbo LS is still coming. I have just decided that at this point in my life, I don't want to build this to be just a race car. So I'm going to still build my turbo 4.8 LS, but my plan at this time is to go with a stick shift. Okay, so now we're going away from the turbo 400 automatic race setup to a more street friendly cruise on the highway with your overdrive 5-speed or 6-speed, depending on what I can find as we get that all going. But I want to finish the engine in its entirety, get all the fuel system, new gas tank with sump, fuel lines, fuel pumps. I want to get every single part I need before I start doing the swap over. So with this upcoming surgery coming up on Friday, I figure I'm just going to stick with what I got for now and try to make that move later. So I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys keep interest in my channel. I'll try to get up as much videos as I can. Thank you.